In the quiet corners of the internet, in late-night search histories, and in hushed conversations among friends, a question lingers, shrouded in myths, anxiety, and a flood of misinformation. It's a topic that many men think about but rarely discuss openly. What really happens to your body, specifically your prostate? If you masturbate every single day, the whispers you've come across online might suggest it's dangerous, that it could damage your prostate, cause inflammation, or even lead to something as serious as cancer. The fear-mongering is real, and is fueled by decades of rumors, half-truths, and moral judgments disguised as health advice. But what does the actual science say today? We're diving deep into this question to uncover the truth, and I promise you, the answer is genuinely surprising, perhaps even shocking, and it's almost certainly not what you've been led to believe. Stick with me, because this is a journey into the science of prostate health that will challenge everything you thought you knew. To understand the reality, we need to start with the star of the story, the prostate gland itself. The prostate is a small, walnut-sized gland that plays a critical role in the male reproductive system. Nestled just below the bladder and in front of the rectum, its primary job is to produce a fluid that forms a key component of semen, the liquid that nourishes and transports sperm during ejaculation. Despite its small size, the prostate punches above its weight when it comes to a man's health. It's a gland that becomes increasingly significant as men age, particularly because it's prone to issues like enlargement, inflammation, or, most concerning of all, cancer. Given its importance, it's no wonder that the prostate is a source of so much anxiety. The idea that something as personal and common as masturbation could harm it has fueled endless speculation and fear. You've likely heard the claims, whether in locker room banter on internet forums, or in the occasional warning from a well-meaning but misinformed relative. The myths are persistent. Frequent masturbation can wear out the prostate, lead to chronic inflammation, a condition known as prostatitis, or, most alarmingly, increase your risk of prostate cancer. These fears aren't entirely baseless. Prostate cancer is one of the most common cancers among men, with millions diagnosed worldwide each year. Anything that might influence that risk naturally feels like a big deal. For years, these concerns went largely unchallenged, rooted in a mix of old wives' tales, cultural taboos, and pseudoscience. The lack of clear answers left men wondering whether a daily habit could be silently sabotaging their health. But then, researchers at one of the world's most prestigious institutions decided to stop guessing. They set out to put these myths to the test with a rigorous, long-term scientific study that would change the conversation about masturbation and prostate health forever. This wasn't a small experiment or a quick survey. It was a massive undertaking that spanned nearly 2 decades and involved tens of thousands of men. The findings didn't just challenge the old fears, they obliterated them, revealing a truth so unexpected that it reshaped how we think about this deeply personal topic. The study in question came from Harvard University, specifically the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, a name synonymous with cutting-edge health research. The researchers followed nearly 32,000 men over 18 years, meticulously tracking their lifestyles, habits, and health outcomes. One of the key factors they examined was ejaculation frequency, how often these men ejaculated, whether through sex or masturbation. The data they collected was comprehensive, covering everything from diet and exercise to medical histories and demographic details. When they crunched the numbers, the results were nothing short of astonishing. Far from being harmful, frequent ejaculation was linked to a significantly lower risk of developing prostate cancer. Yes, you read that right. Men who ejaculated more often had a lower chance of getting prostate cancer. The numbers were striking. Men who reported ejaculating 21 or more times per month, roughly daily or more, had up to a 33% lower risk of prostate cancer compared to men who ejaculated only 4 to 7 times per month. This wasn't a minor correlation, it was a robust, statistically significant finding that held up even when the researchers accounted for other factors like age, diet, and lifestyle. To put it bluntly, the evidence suggested that frequent ejaculation wasn't just safe, it might actually be protective. This finding turned decades of fear and misinformation on their head. It wasn't a one-off result either. Other studies, including a major one from Australia, found similar patterns, reinforcing the idea that ejaculation could play a beneficial role in prostate health. So, why would something as simple as ejaculation have such a profound impact on the prostate? Scientists have developed several theories to explain this unexpected protective effect, and each one offers a compelling piece of the puzzle. The first and most widely discussed is a prostate stagnation hypothesis. Imagine the prostate as a system of tiny ducts or pipes that produce and store seminal fluid. Over time, these ducts can accumulate old cells, secretions, and potentially harmful substances, including carcinogens, chemicals that could trigger cancerous changes. The theory suggests that regular ejaculation acts like a natural flush for these pipes, clearing out stagnant material before it has a chance to cause problems. By keeping the prostate's ducts active and clean, frequent ejaculation may reduce the risk of inflammation or cellular damage that could lead to cancer. Another theory focuses on cellular health and turnover. Every time a cell in the body divides, there's a small chance of a genetic error mutation that could set the stage for cancer. The prostate, like any organ, is constantly regenerating cells to maintain its function. The hypothesis here is that frequent ejaculation promotes a healthier cycle of cellular turnover. By regularly exercising the prostate through ejaculation, the gland is encouraged to replace old or damaged cells with new, healthy ones more efficiently. This process could reduce the window of opportunity for cancerous cells to develop and multiply, effectively keeping the prostate in bed. Or shape. A third explanation ties ejaculation to stress and inflammation. Chronic inflammation is a known risk factor for many types of cancer, including prostate cancer. It's also well established that stress, both physical and psychological, can contribute to inflammation throughout the body. Ejaculation, whether through sex or masturbation, is associated with a release of tension and a reduction in stress hormones like cortisol. By lowering stress levels, frequent ejaculation might help create a less inflammatory environment in the body, which could benefit the prostate. This idea aligns with broader research showing that stress management techniques, from exercise to meditation, can have a positive impact on overall health. When you piece these theories together, a clear picture emerges. Regular ejaculation appears to support prostate health in multiple ways. It flushes out potentially harmful substances, promotes healthy cell turnover, and may reduce inflammation by lowering stress. It's a surprisingly elegant combination of mechanisms, all triggered by a natural and common act. The science is compelling, and it's backed by some of the most rigorous research in the field. But while these findings are exciting, they raise an important question: is frequent ejaculation a magic bullet for prostate health? The answer, as with most things in science, is a bit more nuanced. The Harvard study and others like it show a strong correlation between ejaculation frequency and a lower risk of prostate cancer. But correlation doesn't equal causation. In other words, while the link is powerful, it's possible that other factors are at play. For example, men who ejaculate more frequently might also tend to lead healthier lifestyles overall, eating better, exercising more, or avoiding harmful habits like smoking. These factors could work together with ejaculation frequency to reduce cancer risk. It's also worth noting that the studies focus on long-term outcomes, specifically prostate cancer risk. They don't directly address immediate concerns like the annoying symptoms many men experience, such as frequent nighttime urination, a weak urine stream, or the feeling that the bladder never fully empties. For those dealing with these symptoms, the conversation about prostate health takes on a more urgent tone. These issues are often linked to conditions like benign prostatic hyperplasia (BPH), a non-cancerous enlargement of the prostate that becomes more common with age. While the research on ejaculation and prostate cancer is encouraging, it doesn't directly speak to these day-to-day challenges. However, there's another avenue worth exploring for men seeking relief from these symptoms. Recent attention has turned to natural remedies, including one based on an unusual Asian tradition, a spring water juice designed to target what some describe as a hidden prostate clog. This remedy claims to address the root cause of symptoms, like frequent urination and weak flow, offering fast relief for men struggling with these frustrations. While I can't share the details here, there's a video presentation that dives into this approach, and it's worth checking out if you're dealing with these issues. You can find a link to it in the pinned comment below or scan the QR code if you're watching on a device. Now, let's zoom out to the bigger picture of prostate health. The science on ejaculation is a game changer, but it's not the whole story. Prostate health is a complex puzzle, and ejaculation frequency is just one piece. To keep your prostate in top shape, you need to consider the other tools in your toolbox. Diet is a great place to start. Research consistently shows that a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats can support prostate health. Specific foods like tomatoes, watermelon, and grapefruit are packed with lycopene, a powerful antioxidant linked to a lower risk of prostate issues. Green tea and omega-3 rich foods like fatty fish are also excellent additions to a prostate-friendly diet. These foods help reduce inflammation and provide the nutrients your body needs to stay resilient. Exercise is another critical component. Regular physical activity helps maintain a healthy weight, which is especially important because obesity is a known risk factor. For more aggressive forms of prostate cancer, even moderate exercise, think 30 minutes of brisk walking, cycling, or swimming most days of the week, can make a significant difference. Exercise also improves circulation, reduces stress, and supports overall health, all of which benefit the prostate indirectly. Lifestyle choices like avoiding smoking and limiting alcohol consumption are equally important. Both smoking and excessive drinking have been linked to an increased risk of various cancers, including prostate cancer. By cutting back or quitting altogether, you're giving your body a better chance to stay healthy. And perhaps most crucially, don't skip regular medical checkups. For men over 40 or 50, or those with a family history of prostate cancer, screening tests like the PSA prostate-specific antigen blood test are essential. These tests can catch potential problems early when they're most treatable. No amount of ejaculation, healthy eating, or exercise can replace the value of proactive medical care. So, let's circle back to the original question that sparked this deep dive. What does daily masturbation do to your prostate? The science, backed by some of the most rigorous studies in the world, delivers a surprising and reassuring answer. Far from being the harmful act that myths and fear have made it out to be, frequent masturbation or ejaculation more broadly appears to be a natural and effective way to support long-term prostate health. It's not a cure-all, and it's not a replacement for a healthy lifestyle or regular doctor visits, but it's a powerful tool in your arsenal. The evidence suggests that a healthy sex life, whether with a partner or solo, is an ally in the fight for a healthier prostate. This revelation is a far cry from the fear-mongering that has surrounded this topic for so long. It's a reminder that science has a way of challenging our assumptions and shining a light on truths we might not expect. If you've ever worried about the impact of daily masturbation on your health, you can breathe a sigh of relief. The data is clear. Not only is it unlikely to harm your prostate, but it might actually help protect it. So, embrace a balanced approach to health. Eat well, stay active, get checked regularly, and don't shy away from a natural part of life that science suggests could be good for you. If this exploration of prostate health has sparked your curiosity, there's more to learn. The world of men's health is full of myths waiting to be busted. From claims about supplements to misconceptions about exercise or diet. What other questions do you have? What other health topics are you curious about? Share your thoughts in the comments and let's keep the conversation going. For now, stay healthy, stay curious, and take charge of your well-being with the confidence that comes from knowing the facts.